When you think about all the historic teams in sports, you obviously think about the 90s Bulls with Michael Jordan. You think about the Patriots and their dynasty with Tom Brady. And then you also think about the New York Yankees, who have won 27 championships over their reign of baseball. Now, of course, being, the most historic franchise in baseball, you think this team would be consistently good and would give their fans a good product year in and year out. That's the New York Yankee way. But for whatever reason, the mentality of winning a World Series or bust has been lost. Let's talk about it. The Yankees have always been known to get big players, whether it was Alex Rodriguez or it was CC Sabathia or it was Giancarlo Stanton as of late. They always get the best players. That's the New York Yankees. And then the Yankees went out in this offseason and got Juan Soto, arguably one of the best hitters of this generation. And then they have the hottest start to the season. They're the best team in baseball. Nobody can touch this team. And then, for whatever reason, in June and July, they put up some of the worst baseball I have ever seen. And that has been culminated by getting blown out by the Mets, 12-3. I get it. It's the Mets, but you still have to have some pride here. You lost to the Mets 4 times. You played them 4 times and you couldn't beat them once. I mean, this team has been sold to me as a championship contender. I don't see that. Because Luis Severino was right. It's a 2-man show, and there's stats to back it up. When you look at this team and you look at their batting order, their OPS rank is 27th in the first spot. In their second and third spot, it's first because it's Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. Then after that, your fourth spot, your cleanup spot is 30th. 5th is 10th. 6th is 9th. 7th is 9th. 8th is 23rd. 9th is 10th. That's not so bad. It could be worse. But your cleanup spot is the last in the league. Last. Your cleanup spot is last. How? How is that possible? This is the New York Yankees. Second highest payroll in the league. Got some of the best players of all time. And in 2024, after 2017, which was about, 7 years ago, where we were 1 game away from the World Series, we have yet to get closer to that. I can't even blame the Mets. The Mets played well. They played with passion. They played like everything was on the line. And this Yankees team didn't play like that. Luis Gil had a great game. Only 2 runs. Only 2 runs this lineup could muster up. And then yesterday, you have Gerrit Cole, who did not have a great outing yesterday. Didn't have a great outing by any means. But still, this team gets blown out. 12-3 to the Mets. The Mets. We own the Mets. New York is our town. And now, to no fault of the Mets, right? And no fault to the Mets fans, the Mets are parading this city as their own. No longer is New York colored with pinstripes. It's colored in blue and orange. What pisses me off is not even the Mets. I give them credit. You swept us in the season series. I give those guys credit. What pisses me off is the fact that their fans now parade like it's their city, and they're right. They're right. Because the Yankees have no right, zero right to call this great city, the city of bright lights, the city that's supposed to be theirs. Now it's the Mets city. Because right now, they're the hottest team in baseball. Everywhere you look at their lineup, whether it's Nimmo, Alonso, Alvarez, even McNeil, who has been horrible this season, are still producing. Every person in the Mets lineup produces at some rate, and it's leading to wins. I can't blame the Mets because they did their job. The Yankees don't do their job, and you can't blame injuries. The only people that are out really that would matter or make some sort of significant impact is Loaizaga and Stanton. That's it. That is the only people. Because Rizzo, you want to say Rizzo can make an impact Rizzo was horrible at the start of the season. So honestly, him getting injured shouldn't be a big deal. Ben Rice has been showing the ability to produce. But everyone else, Verdugo, we brought you in. He actually did well and fell off. Volpe, I get it, he's still young. But do we remember when he had a 20-plus game hit streak? Now he fell off. Wells is starting to do well, but still it's not enough because Gleyber Torres isn't doing anything. He's getting hot now, but when you look at this lineup, they're not helping. Like, the numbers might say, oh, they're starting to heat up, but it's not showing that because we could only score 3 runs against the Mets. It's the Mets. Their little brother, but no longer are they. This Yankee team has to wake up. This has to be rock bottom. If losing to the Mets 12-3 at home with your ace on the mound is not, and I repeat, is not the wake-up call, I don't know what is. Because now, tomorrow, which is Friday, you go into a series with Boston. You have not been able to beat Boston at all this year. You have struggled against them. You have struggled mightily. And if you can't go into Boston and take names, you can't go in there and win, I don't know what hope there is. I saw a lot of Mets fans happy though. I had my friend texting me, we own New York. Mets run New York. This is our city. Mets are the better team. And I can't, as much as I hated the fact that he said it, he's right. He's right. The Yankees don't run New York at this moment in time. They don't. Today is the first day in my 20 years of living on this earth and being a Yankees fan that I'm saying that the Mets run New York because they're right. The Yankees had a great 2 months that has been soured and watered down because of the last 2 months that we had that was so atrocious that it led to us losing to the Mets 4 times. 4. I gotta go to Yankee Stadium in a couple weeks. I gotta go there, and I'm not excited. I'm not excited whatsoever. This team has to turn it around. The trade deadline is coming up. Do something. And I can't even blame Cashman because he put the team together. Like I said, he put this team together. It's not his fault. It's everyone that's not named Garrett Cole, Aaron Judge, and Juan Soto. Everyone not named, and Luis Gil, I'll give him his credit too. He's been very consistent. All of those 4 guys are in the clear. Everyone else is on a hot seat, including Aaron Boone. Especially him. He's had 6 years to get us to the promised land, and not once has got us there. Not once. The closest he ever got us there was a Game 6 in 2019. We are 5 years removed from that. Something needs to happen. I love the Yankees, but this is too much. Too much, and it's gone on too long. Promised championships, promised championship runs, and nothing to show for. I don't get it. I don't know. I had to come on here today. I had to say something because if I didn't, I probably would have exploded. Tomorrow, Friday night in Boston, I expect somebody or something to show up. I expect this team to go into Boston with a chip on their shoulder. I expect them to go into Boston and take names, and then from there, ride it all the way into October and give us something. Because what I'm seeing here is unacceptable. Unright. Unacceptable. Not at all. Not with the money that they spent and not with the names on this team. Unacceptable. And this is not the Yankees anymore. Honestly, they should change their name. That's too far. I get it, but I'm mad. It's unacceptable. Something needs to change. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace.